Welcome to the dopest live stream. That's something like a podcast, something like a newscast, sometimes like a showcase. Khari's crib. Khari's crib. Khari's crib.
What's good, it's in pretty people? My shit up is all crazy right now. It's acting wild. My name is Khary, this is my crib, and I invite you to my crib for another evening of the dopest live stream. That's something like a podcast, something like a newscast, and every now and then like a showcase. We have another dope show for you tonight. Tonight we are talking about the potentially impending charges in the Tupac Shakur case. They're saying that Keefe D might be charged soon. We're going to talk about it. Will you always be lame? Trish actually brought something to my attention about people leaving their states, going to a new place, and acting like they was the man in their hood. But we all know that they wasn't. We're going to get into it. Glorilla had some advice today. She said people, or should I say specifically, women in their 20s should be toxic. Do you agree? Do you not agree? We're going to talk about this, that, and a bunch more. What's up to all my house guests in the chat? How is everybody doing? I'm joined this evening by the homie Bees, Buddha, the beautiful Trish. How is everybody doing this evening? How are y'all feeling? What is popping with y'all tonight?
Ooh, ladies first.
What's poppin', Trish?
Man, I'm doing good. I told you I gotta get myself together so I can be on camera.
So you can go with. I think you got to get a little closer to your mic a little bit. I think it's a little low.
I said I'm doing good.
That's what's up. What about you, Bees? How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm doing wonderful. Another day woken up in the morning, first and foremost, you have to start your day because you have nothing if you don't wake up.
That's what's up. That's
definitely my motivation every morning, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'll move to the side. Just to get up and try to be better than I was yesterday,
Got you.
That's it, because my only competitor is me.
Oh shit.
I'm not in competition with nobody or trying to be better. I'm trying to impress me.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
Because on that, bro.
Impressing other people, that shit don't do nothing for my character personally or my self-esteem. But you know what I'm saying? Trying to be better than I was the day before, that's fucking awesome for my self-esteem. You get what I'm saying?
I get you, bro.
Whatever you whatever you go through, whatever you may have going on in life, never let shit get you down. You get what I'm saying? Because it takes more to frown than it does to smile. You get what I'm saying? Even when you're going through something, like how was the old commercial with the deodorant? Never let them see you sweat.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Never let them see you sweat. Always try to keep your character strong. Even in times when your character's not gonna always be strong. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta cry and you gotta go through emotions and stuff like that. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta learn how to control your emotions once you go through them.
Right.
And that's a thing that a lot of people don't understand. Emotion hits them, and then they take the impulse of the emotion. When actually emotion hits you, okay, it's hit you. You're going through it. Now think about it. Then see where you can elevate from there. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of times people get mad about shit, and it's shit they don't even need to be mad about, because most of the time, half the shit that you're truly mad about, if it's not dealing with your kids or your family, it's a bunch of shit that you can't control.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I feel you.
And it's like, you know, just being black in America. You know what I'm saying? They gave us the intestines, we made chitlins. They gave us lemons, we made lemonade. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
it's the solution to everything.
Facts.
It's a solution to everything. So, you know, on that note, it's like, just never give up. I can't stand a motherfucker that just gives up. I think that's my true problem with the world today. Too many motherfuckers want to give up. Too many people want to make excuses for them giving up.
That's a fact.
And then they feel it's okay. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Never give up. Try your hardest. Try your best. You're not going to accomplish everything. You're not going to be perfect at what you do and everything you do. But for the fact that you say you tried, yo, that's a whole fucking battle right there, yo.
Yeah, you got to work at your craft and work at whatever you're doing before you actually get that success and shit that you like. But yo, out there, yo, let me ask these people, yo, how's the stream looking out there? How's the stream looking out there? Is it looking a little choppy? Is it looking a little crazy right now, or is it running smoothly?
My bad. Let me check it out.
How's the stream looking out there to y'all? I'm asking the viewers right now. You know, because it's kind of saying my shit ain't receiving enough data to run smoothly or some shit like that, which is crazy.
Expedia safe.
Sorry about
crazy. That. Yeah. So, how's the stream looking to y'all out there? Because I'm not feeling what the system is telling me right now. Saying my shit is a little laggy or some shit.
You
know, I'm asking like people in the chat, people viewing this shit. I was trying something new tonight. You know what? Maybe I need to turn this shit off.
Yo, it is a little laggy.
It is a little laggy, right?
Mm-hmm. Because like I see you and I know you're not sitting still. We at a certain point and I know you're not sitting still.
Right.
But it's got you sitting still you're in a whole different you're in a whole different position right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah.
It's looking a little choppy. How about you know, yeah, I'm messing with some things trying to fix it up, man. I'm not sure what's going on. I was actually let me see. Oh shit, maybe that might be why. Let me stop that too. All right, there was a couple of things running in the background, it looks like. So just trying to clean that up. Yeah, Wayne over here in the chat says it's very choppy and laggy. Yeah, I'm not feeling that, brother. Ooh, you know what? Let me so let me see now. There was like some I was doing some background shit. Let me know if it gets any better. Yeah, I'm not feeling how that's looking right now. Wayne says frozen now. Oh yeah, that's not a good look, y'all. What's going on? There must be some crazy shit going on. Yeah, that's just jumping crazy right now. I wonder if it had to do with kind of how I started it by accident. I actually started streaming and stopped streaming and started streaming. You know what? Let me go ahead and turn this off too. Let me see if that might be causing some intermittent issues and shit. Let's see. Did that pick it up any bit right there?
Results on search.
I ain't asked you that right now.
You know, she don't never answer anything you actually truly ask her.
I know,
She
right?
Telling you all other shit.
I know, right?
I'll be dumb tight, yo. And then, you know, I'll be asking, I'll be like, yo, did you hear what I said? Do you understand what I'm saying?
All right. How's it looking now? All right. Wayne says it's good now. It's good now.
Let me see what I got here.
Yeah, Wayne says it's good now. I think it's
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
better now too. So
It's moving.
yeah. All right, that's better. Let me
Yeah. You moving nice. Right now.
yeah, I got those going. All right. Let's see. Oh, boom. I know why. I pushed the wrong fucking button. That's why. Okay, maybe that might be why. Could I push the wrong button, perhaps?
Push the goddamn button.
Nah, I got the. So what I started trying to do, right? So what I was doing was I was trying to configure this thing so I could actually stream the show on Instagram as well.
Copy.
You know. So let's see. Okay, so it says my stream key may be incorrect. Stop broadcast, finish, log out. All right. So it looks like I'm getting much better
Feedback.
replay now when I'm looking on YouTube. That's going good. Wayne says it's good. All right, we're gonna go there. Start that broadcast there. This is actually like real time trying shit out. I actually tried it out the other day. Actually, yesterday I streamed a little bit on my YouTube just to
see what
kind of test shit out some, you know. And it looked like it was going good yesterday. And now it looks like I'm streaming as well on my Instagram, my Khary's Crib Instagram. The only bad thing about that is I can't
talk to motherfuckers.
Can't comment on the Instagram and shit. Like I'm not gonna really see the people on IG and shit. So that's why like if you look on Instagram, you're gonna see a thing that says, hey, if you want to join the conversation, come on over to YouTube and shit, you know? So he says it's good now. Wayne says it's good now. The chat says it's good now. Thank you. You know, let me go ahead and pop out this chat real quick. And I think I got me on IG now. But we'll see. I'll let that go for a little while. See how that plays out. I'm not gonna be on there all night. But we're gonna I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna get ready to get this shit popping, man. We're gonna get ready to get this shit popping. I know B's gotta leave a little bit early, you know. But yeah, there I go. There we go on Instagram. You know, we on Instagram now, IG Live and shit. You know, we on IG Live there, and I also got it set up to where we can actually, when we are on IG, we will be this should have set up nicely, y'all. It should have set up kind of nicely. So like on IG, I'll be able to have 3 screens as well. You know, I'll be able to show the whole shit.
Nice.
So it's kind of like that. Boom. I got the shit set up. So when I switch frames, switch scenes, and I don't know. I think because of that, y'all don't see my updates on Zoom, do y'all? Y'all don't see me switching the screens.
No.
Yeah, something's going on with that, but the screens are switching. So like all of us was just on the screen just now, so they are switching and shit like that. But it's just some shit I gotta work out. So like, all right, let me turn that around. I just told Bees you're on screen, and he gets his ass up. All right, but you know what? Let's go ahead and jump at our first topic, man. Go! We spent a lot of time bullshitting just now, and we're gonna talk about teach you who is Dougie. And what brought up this topic is I was on Instagram and I saw this post where this dude was talking, or these 2 dudes was talking in a podcast or some shit. and they was kind of talking shit about Dougie Fresh and the Dougie dance and what is this dance that they're doing and shit like that. And I was like, yo, y'all young niggas just don't give a damn about history or even giving a fuck about history and talk about shit like you're an expert and you know nothing about nothing. So I'm gonna play this real quick. I'm gonna let y'all hear this as well and just check it out.
Yes, clip of Dougie Fresh trying to do the Dougie. It was so bad. Like, bro looked like an old man.
Did he
GGs.
make up the dance? Did he make the dance?
I don't know. I saw a comment where somebody was like, this is the old Dougie. Maybe there was a Dougie before the Dougie. I'm fresh. I'm Dougie.
Oh,
you know?
I think he had a Dougie.
Oh, because I remember Cameron in that movie he was in. He was saying, "Oh, I hit my Dougie in it," and I was like,
Yeah.
"Huh, this is way before the Dougie dance," and he's doing it a little bit different. So maybe it's that. It's a funny ass clip of Dougie Fresh trying to do the Dougie. It was so bad, like, bro.
So
Go ahead.
So they start the video off saying Dougie's Fresh name and don't even put 2 and 2 together. That the Dougie is the Dougie Fresh dance. His dance. He coined all of this shit. All the shit y'all do, y'all be trying to do, and y'all modified it though. Y'all modified it. But when y'all are out there, when you say, show me the Dougie, whatever, y'all are doing the Dougie Fresh. Y'all are doing Dougie. And it's not Dougie. There's no IE.
How old these kids? Like 20?
There's no IE in Dougie. It's Doug and the letter E.
Yeah.
Doug
See,
and the letter E.
listen, they done misspelled it.
They done misspelled it.
Listen. This is what the young generation needs to understand. And I can't make it no clearer. Nothing that y'all doing is original. It's all history recreated. Nothing you do is original. This is why we talk about the new thing is talent is what's the new thing? No talent is the new talent.
Mm-hmm. That's what they say.
This is why this is said. Because too many people are, listen, this world, you need to understand, this world was running way before you were even an embryo. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
embryo, yeah.
It's like, listen, like if you invented something, we give you the credit for it. But this is America. Everything is stolen or taken from the past. And it's just updated.
Kind of
certain
recycled.
Things. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, they talk about, I wore the baggy clothes, this and that. Listen, we were tight before we were baggy.
Yeah, that's a fact. Niggas definitely
we were tight before we were baggy. I have no idea who the hell that is. I don't know why motherfuckers is ringing my bell.
Oh, they just trying to get in your building.
Yeah, I'm a
little disappointed in Wayne right now though, because Wayne dropped in the chat. I'm not sure if he's being funny enough.
Sarcastic?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's being funny enough or sarcastic. But he said, "Wow, Dougie Fresh made the dance."
I feel like that's funny a little bit, but also I understand why people wouldn't make that connection. Because if you only learn something one way and no one else around you taught you anything else, why would you know that?
See, but you know what else it is? This is the problem. Okay, like I said before, when it comes to country music, there are new country artists, right? They give the older artists the utmost respect and props for what they've done. Even gospel music, they talk about, they still bring up the old gospel singers. You get what I'm saying? Reggae artists. You never hear about no new reggae artists disrespecting Super Cat and Shabba Ranks and all, Buju Banton and all. You never hear that. But in hip hop, in hip hop it's always they this and that. But listen, if these old guys didn't do what they did, you would not be here right now doing what you do.
Exactly what you just said. Because a lot of those older hip hop artists, what were they doing in their time? Disrespecting other hip hop artists. If that's all you know to be part of the music culture, why wouldn't you repeat that?
But no, but what I'm saying is like, no, as artists, like, okay, they had their little battles and beefs. And listen, that's part of hip hop. That's part of hip hop. Hip hop started, a lot of rapping started with battle rapping. Then Kumo D came along and said, "Yo, we're not doing this battle rapping thing. We're gonna start telling stories." You get what I'm saying? Because Kumo D is like in the forefront of changing hip hop. Because if Kumo D didn't come along, people probably still be rhyming like bomb to the dang diggy. You get what I'm saying? like for real. And then you had other artists that came and kept changing the elevation of it, but it was different styles. Nobody sampled. I mean, nobody would sample a beat and then put it to the same bass line. So now you got 100 songs with the same bass line by little this one, little that one, little this one, little that one, little this one, little that one. And then, the thing that's so crazy is how like there's no like respect, there's no like, all right, yo, boom. And the older artists are not even asking for, yo, like kiss my ass and all that. But just respect me and acknowledge the fact of what I've done. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And when niggas when old school acts used to diss people back in the days, they wasn't dissing.
My bad.
They wasn't dissing prior artists just because they was prior artists. They was dissing people they had actual beef with, and they had a reason to beef with each other type of thing. So that's just the one difference with like who older artists used to diss. But even when I was young, I remember when people started wearing bell bottoms again. I kind of knew, hey, we didn't come up with bell bottoms. Just about everything we had, I knew we didn't come up with. We just modified it. So like jean outfits, like a jean jacket and jean matching pants was a thing, but we modified it to where now motherfuckers was drawing on their shits. They would have motherfucking Bugs Bunny on the back of the jacket or going down the leg and shit like that. And I used to draw that shit for people too. I used to draw on people's clothes and shit. Give them cartoon characters on their shit. That was my little hustle back in the days. But nah, I think could it be like my son doesn't really know Dougie Fresh.
I'm gonna join y'all in the car.
Nah, my son doesn't really know Dougie Fresh like that. Cause even when I play it, he be like, I'm gonna listen to what the hell I want to listen to. He gonna throw on his headphones. Back in the days when my parents were listening to music, I couldn't just throw on no headphones until Walkmans and CDs came about. Until I got a Walkman, whatever the hell was playing was what I had to listen to. So I guess I kind of got that education of old school music and shit like that because I had no choice but to hear what was being played. Like if I clean the house and I turn on some music, my son could just have his phone and just play what he wants and just ignore what the hell I'm listening to. He like, that ain't my vibe. I ain't gonna rock with it.
I kind of, to an extent about the newer artists, not necessarily knowing about older artists, because Khary, whatever her name is, I messed it up. Khary, I know her name. Khary, she got in trouble for this a couple months ago about not knowing that one of her songs actually sampled a Luda song. But I feel like that's not really
that.
I feel like that's not on her. I feel like that's on her team. Because labels now, I don't know if you noticed, but like a lot of artists, they're not necessarily that good at performing live, right? They're not always the best at like knowing how to promote themselves sometimes, or like sometimes they're just kind of weird and forced. And I feel like labels don't put in nearly as much money into artist development and education as they probably used to.
Right. A&Rs used to do something back in the days. You know, so like I get what you like when she did that track and she actually had it and it was a sample, and not only was it a sample, she kind of redid the song, right? Like kind of used part of the hook or some shit like that, and had no
Mm-hmm.
clue that
Yeah,
that and had no clue that she's now remaking this song. Somebody should have said, "Hey, you're remaking Ludacris' song, who was a Southern icon, pretty much." Yeah, so if I was producing this shit and I gave somebody the beat, I would have definitely been like, you know where that's from, right? Like we would have had a little lesson on the origins of the song, but at the same time, we're in a different era, and I say that because these people aren't really working directly with the producers. They're not in the sessions together. They're getting beats. They getting shit emailed to them. You know what I mean? They got just CDs and shit. I mean, not CDs, just emails full of beats and shit like that. And they pick some shit and do it. They don't even think about it. And that's kind of like one of the things I don't like about this era is very microwave-ish, you know? Like just pop it in, get it done, boom. So, yeah. But if you didn't know, Dougie Fresh came up with the whole, now you know. And like they said on G.I. Joe, knowing is half the battle. You know? They always had lessons.
exactly.
They always had lessons at the end of G.I. Joe where they always ended off with, and knowing is half the battle. And that's why I don't drown. That's why I don't drown, because I learned how to tread from watching G.I. Joe. They showed me how to do it.
Really?
Yeah. They had at the end of the show, at the end of the cartoon, they actually had, hey, a little PSA almost. You know, it was a PSA. And there was one episode.
Hello.
Yeah, you back, bees. There was one episode where when they ended, at the end of the show, they just had, it was probably like 30 seconds, just like a 30-second little clip cartoon. But at the end, like this guy just jumped in the water and he was swimming or trying to swim. He was like, oh shit, I can't swim. He's panicking and shit. And the roadblock was like, hey man, don't panic. You just gotta learn how to tread water. You just gotta put your arms back and forth and move your feet in like a scissor-like motion.
You talking about G.I. Joe?
Yeah. That's how you learn to tread water too, bees?
Yeah. Listen, you know what's so crazy? All the way cartoons and shit is now, it seems like there's no message, or they're trying to teach the kids no fucking morals.
Right.
Like because like He-Man, all of our cartoons, I remember every cartoon that I used to watch, at the end, one of the characters had something to tell you.
You're right, Joe. You're right.
Well, I mean, a lot of these networks don't want to get in trouble with parents because it used to be commonplace for every kid's show to have one episode about racism. But you know they're not going to do that no more. A lot of these networks, they don't want to get in trouble with the parents because people have different ideas of what morals should be taught to their kids.
What I realized in this day and era, that people, the powers that be, or whoever it is, this, like, you know, pulling some of these strings, they want what was history to be forgotten. I noticed like the culture crooks. There's some culture crooks out there, and they want all history to be forgotten. Like certain things, they want it all to just be forgotten. So we can be out here like fucking nomads and all that, you know what I'm saying? Non-morals, and just doing whatever to everybody.
Well, they don't want us doing whatever to everybody. We're not the ones that they want us to be doing whatever. They want to be able to do whatever, not us.
Nah, listen, but they want you to work. They want you to work for them. They want slavery. Don't think slavery, what you call it. And the thing that's so crazy, white people better get ready too, because guess what? It's gonna be for y'all too. It's not gonna just be blacks and what you call it. It's gonna be, you get what I'm saying? You're gonna have to be a part of a certain elite type of party. and then they're gonna make everybody else slaves. You know what
I
I'm saying?
wouldn't
And
say
people don't even
slaves. I wouldn't say slaves.
not so much slaves, but okay, like certain people are.
Because I'm going to get paid, nigga. I'm going to get paid.
Yeah, not. But people are slaves to certain shit. Like, okay, for instance, when it comes to the FDA and shit like that,
Like my
medicine,
rent. I'm a
motherfuckers
slave
staying
to my
sick.
rent.
Yes. Like, yes, there's so many different forms of slavery that you don't even see. Yo, we slaves to taxes.
But it's not slavery because I can not do it. You know?
Huh?
I cannot do it.
Yeah,
You
you
know?
cannot do it, and then you're homeless.
Yeah, and then what's the result?
Right. There's a consequences to the things, but I have a choice. You know?
I mean, but it's a illusion choice. It's not a real choice because your health care is tied to your job. If you stop working, you don't just lose your source of income, you lose your little insurance. Like, that's a big deal. They do that like that on purpose to kind of motivate people to keep showing up every day to work.
Well,
If
but
we get health care
but
without,
you can buy your own insurance.
you can, but it's harder, or you got to wait till a certain period of time. Anytime you start a new job, you can start your insurance in the middle of the year. If you do it outside of that, you have to wait till open enrollment.
Right, but you have the option
Yeah.
you still have the option of getting your own insurance. So like even like people that have their own companies and shit have the option of paying for their own insurance. Contractors have the option of paying for their own insurance. Like if I get a job where I'm a contractor, I usually get paid more as a contractor than as an employee because they like, all right, he might have to pay his own insurance. Which, if you look, it's a little bit more expensive to get your own insurance on your own, but it's possible. You know, it's not.
But it's not possible for everybody because it's more expensive.
Correct. But there's also Medicaid, which I'm not sure how that works, but I know a lot of people that don't have insurance or don't have employment and shit get Medicaid, which is some form of insurance. It ain't the best. There's a lot of rules and restrictions on how you use it.
You know what's so crazy though? But you have Medicaid, everything is fucking free. It's amazing how you work and then you got to pay for this fucking shit. But you fucking
it's not free.
be on Medicaid.
It's not really free. It seems like
I know,
it's free
I'm
to
paying
you.
for that shit with my taxes.
Right, your taxes pay for it and things like that. You know, the government pays on your behalf, and they get discounts because I guess they're a bulk shopper.
I mean, but I feel like Medicaid and Medicare, it's hard to get qualified for if you don't meet certain circumstances, right? Like,
Yes,
especially
correct.
like Medicare, that's mostly for old people. Like my grandma, she has Medicare. If she didn't have Medicare, she wouldn't have no insurance to pay for her treatments for all her health issues. And she paid taxes. She don't work now because she's old, but she paid taxes in her lifetime. You're not paying just for you. You're paying for your community.
Correct.
If you're gonna say that you're about community, you really have to mean that shit, and that includes with tax-funded community programs.
Correct. For instance, like Social Security. Everybody that pays taxes and shit puts in towards Social Security. And once you hit a certain age, you can retire and you can get Social Security. I actually looked on my shit and it said that I've been working since 1995 and shit like that. And it said, but by time my Social Security comes into effect, it's actually going to be less. It's going to be less than.
At least you'll get some.
What's that?
I said, at least you get some. My generation won't even get it.
Yeah, but that shit is like, yo, it's gonna be less. Like I still gotta fucking work.
Right. Exactly. And it's gonna be less by like a good percentage as well. It's gonna be less by a very, very, very good percent.
You know what the fucked up shit is though? Like you done worked all your fucking life, and then they gonna fucking stiff you. and the fucking end. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now I feel you.
Like,
That shit just sucks. Like yo, but you know,
But you know what? I'm glad I'm
that's
glad I
why
looked at it though. I'm glad I went and looked at it because I was like, God, I got to make sure I get my retirement proper. You know?
it's like now I gotta change. I gotta change, certain shit around. Like I get you.
Right, right. It kind of showed me what I'm looking at. So like I'm looking at it now like shit. If I retire today, this is what they're giving me, and this ain't enough. You know what I'm saying? This is what they giving me, and
Mm-hmm.
this ain't enough.
Nah, I feel you.
So it's like, I need to get my shit right, man.
I feel like in a first world country, why do we have to do all this just so that way we can end our lives peacefully? Shouldn't that seem like something that, as a country, we should have been able to accomplish by now? Effective social security program that actually allows older adults to just take a rest without them being stressed about money and the cost of living expenses.
In the ideal world, yes. In the current world, I'm not even sure how other countries do it. I think in a lot of other countries, you might have to take care of your relatives and shit like that. You know, other countries, they have different like standards when it comes to like taking care of like their parents and shit like that. You know, over here, a lot of people just throw their parents in nursing homes and shit like that before their parents even need a nursing home. Like, I was taking care of my dad for a while, and my dad ended up going to a nursing home which he hated, and he actually got himself kicked out of the nursing home within a week. Um, but the only reason I opted to put my dad in a nursing home was because it just became too much for me myself. You know, it was too much for me to do. I couldn't keep up with everything that needed to be done for my dad's well-being. And that's why I kind of tried to put him in a nursing home. But since he got himself kicked out, we actually ended up getting a part-time nurse coming to the house to kind of help me out and shit like that.
Okay.
You know? But yeah, it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. But in a lot of countries, people grow up expecting to do that. And over here in the U.S., people expect to put their parents in a nursing home in a lot of instances.
I mean, but to be fair, parents also put their kids out at 18, and anytime they help them beyond 18, unlike in other countries where it's normal to help your kids beyond 18, people over here make you feel bad for your parents helping you beyond that. Even if it's not your parents doing it, it's other people doing it to you. They're like, oh, you're not an adult because your parents helping you. Well, duh. It's called community, identifying
Yeah.
the need where someone is.
Yeah. I
In
tell you,
other countries, they do that.
like, I've been working since 95. I actually been on my own since 19. My daughter has been out on her own since she graduated high school. You know, my daughter decided to join the Coast Guard. Nobody told me I had to be out the house by 18. You know, I actually told my kids, take your time, save money, shit like that. My daughter said, fuck that, I'm going to join the Coast Guard doing my thing. You know, but if she decides to come and get out the Coast Guard and say, hey, can I come live back with you? No problem. I ain't got no problem with it. You know, but not everybody's like that. And I decided that I'm gonna give my kids room to grow, room to breathe, because I was out on my own since 19. And it would have been dope if I would have stayed in my mom's crib or my pop's crib till I was fucking 25, 27, stacking money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Start my life off in a good spot. But we got this whole got to get out by 18 shit going on in this country. And I'm not sure why that came into play, actually. It probably came into play because of insurance, because you got to cover your kids under your insurance until they're 18 or until they're 22 if they decide to go to college. That
I
might be
thought it was
why.
25, but
It might be 25. I'm not sure. Honestly,
It's 26. Obama changed it to 26.
it's 26.
it might be different in different states.
I think that's a federal thing.
Yeah.
But you know what? We spent a lot of time on this topic. Let's go ahead and jump on to the next topic. Man. You know, so I saw a story today that there is potentially going to be imminent charges in the Tupac case. And this Tupac case stems back from 2006. And they're talking about the police are thinking about or looking into pressing charges on Keefe D. Keefe D is a Crip from LA that's always been speculated to be in the vehicle that shot Tupac back in 96. Back in, I think it was last year, Keefe D did a interview on Vlad TV. And he actually said in the interview that he was in the car, that he passed the gun to Orlando or some shit like that, kind of refuting shit that was said on other interviews on Vlad. So Vlad played him some other interviews and he was like, nah, it wasn't like this and that. I kind of handed the nigga the gun and blah, 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 blah. And this happened last year. When I saw the video last year, I was like, oh, that nigga going to jail because there's no statute of limitations on murder.
Why would he even?
You know, there's no statute of limitations on murder. What's that?
This nigga should have just. All right, good.
What's that, Bees?
Because I said when he said that, when he made the comment about passing the gun, right?
Mm-hmm.
He should have put some platinum bracelets on then. Because he's going to jail.
Yeah.
Imagine for almost 50 years you get away with it, and you get on, and you decide to out yourself.
What's that?
So imagine for 30 years you done almost got away with it, and now because you want a little bit of attention on TV, you out yourself.
Right. Social media got people fucked up. Niggas is saying anything just to go viral, yo. Niggas is indicting themselves to go viral. What's that? I think we kind of lost Bees a little bit there. What you said, Bees? Yeah. We lost Bees a little bit there. Yeah, we lost Bees a little bit there. I'm gonna try a different platform for
Hello?
us to join in next time though. Yeah. You there?
Yeah. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, Bees is out here traveling and shit.
Yeah, nah. Well, you will be wondering if you there on time to pick him up from work and shit. It got nothing to do with traveling, yo. I wanted to stay home and do the show. I did not want to go to. I did not even want to do all this.
Then you should just let her. You should just let her drive then.
Yo, listen, this is the thing, right? The parking lot is so far from her job. She's like, oh, what if somebody's going to get me? Or this and that. It's so late. Da-da-da-da. And I'll be like, yo, come on. They're going to bring you back. They're going to bring you back. They're not going to keep you. They're going to bring you back.
You stupid,
you know?
Yo. B said, nah, they're going to bring you back.
Bring you back. If you do them the way you do me, they're gonna bring you back.
Yo, Bees is stupid, yo. Oh man. But nah, yeah, social media got them fucked up, yo. Social media got people ready to go to jail just to get a little bit of clout. And that's what's
yo, and I don't understand it, yo. Listen, everybody want 15 minutes of fame nowadays, yo.
But he
It's
about to
never, especially if you're not actually getting a check right then and there.
he about to get 25 years of fame, nigga.
Yo, listen, and you know the thing that's sad? You want 20, you want to talk about the shit as you get old. That nigga like 60.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So if they give you 25 to life, like nigga, it's a wrap, nigga. You might when you tell your kid, you might just be like, yo, just had a funeral now.
I mean, even if he doesn't say, even without like him being old, like he's not serving full time. There are definitely going to be people that want to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody sound like Radiotron over here.
We still got.
Can you hear me?
We still got the
Yeah, I
IG
can hear you.
live going. We still got the IG live going. Trying shit out. Now, Wayne Mills over here in the chat says, "Finally a charge." Finally, I feel you. I feel you. After all these years, right? But he was wilding, talking all that shit on Vlad TV. That's why niggas be like, "Yo, Vlad's a plant." People, Vlad be getting people to snitch on themselves. He do. He ain't the first one that actually got fucked up for snitching on themselves.
Yo, but this is my whole thing. There's certain like, come on, when he bringing up subjects, now you should know better. You should know better.
Yeah.
Like you know, like why is that even a conversation? Like, yo, yeah, I hear you, dude. But next question. You feel me? Like,
right. That's what I would have said. I would have been like, no comment. I don't know anything about that, man. I wasn't there. I don't know about that. I wasn't there. I don't know about that. I wasn't there. I don't know
I'd be
about
like,
that.
yo,
I
you
wasn't
know,
there.
I didn't even hear about it. You heard?
Yeah. Y'all keep talking about this shit, but I wasn't there. That would have been my response. Oh. And no, you can't use this in the court in the future because this is hypothetical talk, not reality talk.
Yeah.
Shit, gotta protect yourself nowadays, man. You know, should be crazy.
Yeah.
But you know what? Let's move on. I just wanted to bring that up. You know, but we're gonna jump into this topic here. I labeled this: "Will you always be a lame? Will you always be a lame?" And this is the topic that Trish actually mentioned to me the other day, and she sent me this picture to go with it. She sent me this picture, this meme. You can't even really see the meme like that from my phone. All right. It says.
No, go ahead.
It says the top one says, "I'm a lame. I'm from New York." Oh, here we go. "I'm a lame. I'm from New York." The next one, "I'm also a lame. I'm from New York." The next one says, "Let's move to Tampa. Say we ran our city and act tough." Now, I'm from New York. I'm in Tampa. I'm not offended because I know goddamn well I ain't no lame. You know, I know damn well I ain't no lame. And you know what? I've met women that when they met me, they was like, "You know what? I almost didn't want to talk to you because you from New York." And I was like, "What's wrong with niggas?" I was like, "What's wrong with niggas from New York?"
Everything.
And they was like, "Yo, see, you different. Most niggas from New York, their personality is, I'm from New York. You know, you are you. You just, I could just tell you ain't even got to tell me you're from New York, and I know you're from New York. Everybody else be like, New York this, New York that, blah, 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 blah. You know? And that's why I don't get offended, because one, I know I'm a real nigga. Two, I know where I grew up. It ain't, and also, I'm from an era where niggas, where Rakim pretty much said, it ain't where you're from, it's where you're at. You know? And that's something that I understood, that, yo, I could be from where I'm from. That shit don't matter, it's where I'm at, because shit's gonna happen wherever the fuck I am, and where I'm from don't really matter, nigga. Now, Trish, What made you say, "Hey, I have to point this shit out because you experienced this before"?
I've experienced it. Anybody, really just any dude from up north, okay? Especially New Jersey, New York.
Outside
Those
of
people
Khary.
are so
Outside of Khary.
outside of Khary. Those people are so annoying because every time something happens where it's like they don't understand like the custom, whatever, instead of being like, "Oh, my bad," and making an adjustment, they be like, "Well, this is how it is in New York, and we in New York, you know, in New York, you're not in New York, all right?" Because if I went up to New York and I said, "We're in the South, this is what we do," you know what they would tell me? "Well, you're not in the South, you in New York." So I feel like you need to be making adjustments. You know, if you somebody say, "Hey man, that's not cool," or "Can you not sound like that?" or blah blah blah, don't be getting mad because that's just not how people talk down here. That's not how people are. And what I can't stand is people from up north that want to come down here and talk bad on everything. Well, if everything's so bad, move back. You don't like it. You don't like it.
I was actually talking to my
I don't
brother
know what to
today.
tell you. I don't want to hear you talk bad all the time.
I was actually talking to my brother today about why I moved back to Florida after I moved to New York. And I was like, because if I'm on the phone with somebody and I'm here, I could be like, "Yo, I'm 5 minutes away" as I'm walking out my door. In New York, if I say, "Yo, I'm 5 minutes away" as I'm walking out my door, I'm lying. Because it's going to take me 20 minutes to get to my car. You know? So that's one benefit in New York. I mean, Florida over New York. You know, but I've heard that sentiment. I've never had anybody tell me like no shit like nigga, you one of them typical New York niggas. I've heard it before though. I've heard it before about other people, you know. But I mentioned this to Bees earlier too, and Bees just fucking laughed because he said he had something to say about this. Yo, Bees. And of course, this nigga ain't there.
Yo,
that?
It's crazy, like, because I say it's crazy because I get it. Like, it all depends on, you know what, most of the people that be like, "Yo, I'm from New York, those is motherfuckers that ain't never been out of New York.
Niggas that now, are these also niggas that never been outside?
Yeah, these are also niggas that ain't never been outside. And what it is or whatever it was, but they didn't come outside or they do whatever when they was in New York, and then they get somewhere else, and it's like these people don't know me. So let me front, because at the end of the day, you're not gonna fact check it. Because you may not know what part of New York he's from or who he, but you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's hard. And that's why niggas be doing that shit, because it's hard to fact check. It's hard to fact check a new nigga in the town, you know, because New York is so big. A motherfucker be like, "Yo, I'm from New York," blah blah blah. Because yo, when I went to North Carolina, when I went to school in North Carolina, I met mad niggas from the Bronx that I've never ever seen before. You know, there was a couple of niggas actually that went to school with Maine and knew Maine, but I ain't never seen before. Maine is my homeboy Jermaine, rest in peace. You know, but mad people, I knew a few people out there that went to school with him, but I never knew these niggas before. So it's easy to say, "Yo, I'm from New York, and yeah, I ran my block and this and that," because there's about 1 million blocks in New York. There's like 50 hoods inside of every hood. You know what I mean?
Because at the end of the day, with New York niggas, there's no true king. I'm gonna be honest. There's no true king in New York. Like, because it's too many blocks, it's too much going on in certain areas, and you could be the live dude on this block, but you could be a lame on that block. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just like, yo, right. I know a lot of niggas that was tough in the streets and locked up, nigga was a bitch. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like real talk.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I get it. New York niggas, but it's the New York niggas that ain't never really been nowhere, ain't never experienced nothing in life. So everything is on New York, New York. I'm from New York. I'm from New York.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
very aggravating because they put on a front specifically for women. And they expect women from the South to be so dazzled. Like, we don't know nothing. We ain't never been nowhere. Nigga, I've been places. I'm right by the Caribbean. You don't think I've been nowhere? I done been out the country multiple times. I don't need you to tell me about how cool New York is. I know how cool the world is.
But have you lived in the projects in New York?
See, that's what I'm saying. They want you to be so enamored. Like, oh my gosh, you live in New York? Let me suck your dick right now. No, I don't care.
Ah, they do be wanting that though. They do be wanting that though. Because I ain't gonna front. I definitely had in my head when I got down south. I was like, I'm gonna get head just because I'm from New York. I did get head. I did get some head because I was from New York, but it wasn't because I told motherfuckers I was from New York. It was just by the way I carried myself. In my
But
opinion,
you know what else it be?
My opinion.
You know what else it be? And I'm gonna say it like this, Trish. The way you talk, the way you carry yourself, I feel you have a lot of education. Not a little education, a lot of education. Now, where New York niggas get that idea that, I'm gonna get my dick sucked because I'm from New York, because they are more than likely preying on the chick that doesn't have education. She hasn't been nowhere. She's never gonna go to New York. So she's so amazed that she met somebody from New York that it goes
Well,
crazy.
then they're
It goes
not
sideways.
that nigga. If they was that nigga, they could pull anybody regardless of background and what they've been through. You know?
But that's when you run into the lame. Because a lame nigga, at the end of the day, a lame nigga's trying to be the coolest nigga he can be. But it doesn't help because he's lame. So, you know what I'm saying? No matter where you go, you can't unlame yourself. A lot of niggas don't understand that. You can't unlame yourself. You might be able to change the durations of certain things, but at the end of the day, you'll still be a lame because you got a lame mindset.
You know what's crazy? Some of those dudes don't realize that women will know that you a lame ass nigga, but because we believe in your potential, we will keep you around. Because we think we can change you, mold you, elevate you.
Women always think they could change a nigga and mold a nigga. I don't know why they think that. Like
I don't know why.
I don't ever think I can mold a woman. I'm just like, that's her. That's who she is. That's what I accept. I think that really be what be fucking women up. They be looking at niggas and thinking they can change them and fix them and repair them and mold them into what they want. Stop thinking that. Just, this is the nigga. Do I like this nigga right here?
No.
If it's yes, if it's
no,
it's a hard pill to swallow.
Find a nigga.
I gotta say this.
You know?
I gotta say this.
What's that?
So so females understand it too. There are lame females too.
Oh, there is. Ooh. Oh, but before we go on real quick, Bronx Polo over here in the chat said, "Yo, it's true. It's true. It was easy. Oh, he from New York? It was easy. Now, Bronx Polos from my generation. Bronx Polos from my generation. Now, my generation, that was probably a thing. Wait one second. Bronx Polo, in my generation, that was probably a thing. But I'm in my 40s now. You know, so motherfuckers done learned. And motherfuckers got social media. That's the difference now. Now you can actually see niggas from New York that's doing shit. And you look at niggas' social media, you're like, yo, why your shit only start when you got to Florida, nigga?
Yo, check it.
Who you running away
from? This the bug shit too. Yo, Bronze Polo, if you telling chicks that you a film director and stuff like that, and you out of New York, that's a whole different what you call it. They looking at it a whole different way. Like, oh, you a film director? I guarantee you, Bronx Polo is dying laughing in his crib right now. But,
Yo, Skits, what up? What's popping? We got Skits over here in the chat. You know?
what's up?
Oh man, no,
But yeah,
I've met a few people.
Easy.
I've met a few niggas from New York out here. There was a couple niggas I met, and I was like, yo, this nigga was a straight herb in New York. You know, I could just tell by your whole demeanor you was a straight herb in New York, and you're trying to be different down here. I've met niggas like I didn't even really need to know. I didn't even need to ask anybody from New York, yo, do you know this nigga? I could just tell from their demeanor and the way they carry themselves and shit like that. And I could be like, yeah, you was a cornball ass nigga. I could just tell. I just have that like I could just.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know what it is. It's just like a way a nigga walk, a way a nigga arms move as he walks. I'm like, because like Michael Jordan was a real corny nigga. You could tell I could tell Michael Jordan was a corny nigga when he was growing up. He wasn't the popular kid. You know what I mean? And it's because his arms be moving while he walk, like his arms be going crazy. And I be seeing niggas out here from New York.
That's how I feel about Zion.
And niggas' arms be moving crazy. I'm like, yeah, that nigga ain't a street nigga. You know, he didn't go outside. When I say street nigga, I mean he didn't go outside. There's a difference between the street nigga and the nigga that went outside. You know? And I say that, and the nigga that didn't go outside, because if you went outside in my era, you had to be tough to go outside. You know? Because at some point, somebody's testing your gangster.
Yes.
Niggas is testing your gangster. Niggas is cracking jokes.
You can throw your dick beaters.
You know, niggas is going crazy. And that term now gotta have a pause with it, Bees. In 2023, dick beaters definitely has to have a pause with it. You know, back in 1993, not so much. Everybody knew you was talking about throwing fists. Today, niggas be like, what the fuck? Dick beaters, nigga. Who you trying to beat with your dick? I don't know about pause, nigga. Nah, but to go outside back in the days when I was a kid, you had to have some type of fucking balls. You know? And there was a difference between the kids that went outside and the kids that didn't go outside.
I'm a concrete kid.
You were concrete? You was outside?
I was outside in the neighborhood playing with the other kids. That's about as much outside as I did. I'm not.
That was outside. That was outside. You know, because you had to be tough to go outside in your own neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
My neighborhood was not that tough. Okay. I don't want you doing nobody the wrong impression of me. I'm a suburban child.
Well, this is New York City outside in the 90s, where you went outside and you might come home. I got in trouble. I said this before one time on the show. I went outside with my bike one time. I came back home and like the neck of the bike, there was actually screws, but the screws had holes in it. They were for Allen keys. And back in the days, we would like take crack tops and put the tops in those holes. And they was different colors and shit like that, you know? And so, yeah, we outside picking up crack tops and putting them on our bikes for decoration. That's the real hood shit. And I went home one day and my mom was like, what's that on your bike? I was like, oh, those are those tops from those valves outside. It's like, those are crack tops. Nigga, you don't get that shit out my goddamn house. Yo, my mom spazzed on me because I had crack tops on my bike. Yo, we used to, if somebody threw away a mattress and they sat that shit by the dumpster, yo, this was a mattress sitting next to a dumpster.
That shit be in the sandbox.
Nigga, that shit became like the motherfucking
trampoline.
That shit was like gymnastics. That was gymnastics class. There's a mattress outside? Oh shit, we are flipping, we are tossing, niggas is wrestling, niggas doing all types of crazy shit on a mattress that we found in the dumpster. Not in the dumpster, but next to the dumpster. Yeah. You know? Yo, they would
doing
be.
backflips on a pissy mattress.
Yo, as I'm speaking this shit back, I'm saying to myself, God damn, that was some hood shit, yo. You know, like
Yo, listen,
me
but
and
this
my.
is the shit that I.
All right, so me and my friends, some of my friends was like real, like, I guess the word to say would be geeky. You know, so like every now and then we would stop by the dumpster to see if anybody threw away a TV. And then we would take apart this TV at the dumpster and just start fucking shit up, pulling out fucking tubes that blew up, and you throw them on the ground and just go boom. You know, so it was like fireworks, and the fucking niggas would start collecting these tubes out the TVs and shit. Yo, niggas was playing in the fucking trash, yo. No wonder my mom made me go right to the bathtub when I came in the crib.
Yo, well, listen, this
You
is
smell
how
like
I know
outside.
that
You smell like outside.
the generation is different because listen, we ain't get sick. Wasn't nobody allergic to shit.
Incorrect. Y'all generation, people was dying, and y'all did not give a fuck.
What you mean?
What you mean? What I mean? I hate when older generations say, "Oh, we didn't get sick. We didn't have issues." You had all of those issues. They just weren't well reported.
What issues did we have?
Okay, great example. Sometimes older generations be like, "Oh, kids don't be playing outside. Parents are too protective," because kids used to get snatched. But the story wasn't my kid got snatched. The story was, "Oh, little Johnny done ran away." No, they got snatched. A lot of things that older generations like think like, "Oh, we didn't have." You had those things. It just wasn't reported on, or there wasn't a name for it.
I'm trying to
even
think,
like.
Listen,
I'm trying to think of anybody that got snatched in our neighborhood. I don't think so.
I don't remember nobody getting snatched nor run away in our neighborhood. Now, you know, little Timmy, little
What's that, Bees? I can't hear you, Bees. I can't hear you, Bees. I couldn't hear you.
she grew up in the suburbs. So that's why it might have been a little different. We grew up in an urban neighborhood. You wasn't snatching no kid in no urban neighborhood.
Your niggas wasn't coming to the hood to snatch a kid.
Word. You wasn't. Listen, because listen, we'd jump you at that age.
Yeah, we did. Yo, we did jump adults at the age of 12.
Yeah, this is what I'm trying to say.
Nigga act up, nigga act up. We were surprised an old head quick, yo. Nigga start talking mad shit, threatening to, I'll kick you little niggas ass. Oh, word?
Oh, whoa.
Yo, watching a nigga in his 20s and 30s run from a bunch of fucking 12-year-olds is fucking hilarious. We shouldn't have been so ghetto. We lived in the good part of the Bronx. We shouldn't have been so ghetto. But it's like, I actually had this conversation a few weeks ago. Me and this woman got into a disagreement because she was from the South Bronx and I'm from Co-op over in the North Bronx. And she was like, "Oh, you live on the good side of the Bronx." And I'm like, I'm sitting here like, yo, why are we arguing childhood traumas? You know? We both have PTSD from growing up in the Bronx and just think of the oxymoron it is to say that there's a good part of the Bronx. Because when I was coming up, the Bronx was considered the worst place to live in America. Now, what side of the worst part of America would you love to live in? Is there a good or bad side of the worst part of America? It's all fucked up. I look at it like this. If your block had shootouts 6 days a week, my block might have had it 2. And 6 days a week is just like on some extreme shit. That's the difference. Not much of a difference. Shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Bronx Polo said, "Yo, our buildings didn't have P in it. It depends on what building you went in. It depends on what building you lived in." Co-op was called the rich ghetto. It was called the rich ghetto. You know, it was called the rich ghetto. It is because we had it's because we had central heat and air. What's that?
But check it, we just had some parents who did what they supposed to do so they can get their kids a good life. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And we just lived in the hood.
We
But
lived,
it was a hood war.
we lived on the good side of the worst place to live in America.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. You know what? Let's go ahead and move on. Oh man. Oh yeah, I need people to start paying attention and kind of either reading more than the headlines or watching the whole video. Who you got the video? You got video on or something, Bees? Who got video on? I kind of feel like I'm hearing myself right now.
Not me. I just walked to my house.
All right, here goes the video. I'm gonna play this video real quick, yo.
I'm about to join from my tablet.
All right, let's see. We're gonna play this video. Real quick.
I said, Noah, how we can brute force passwords by going A, B, A, C? I said, what if we could do that with music, where we would go do-do-do-do, do-do-do-re, do-do-do-mi, do-do-do-fa, until we mathematically exhausted every melody that's ever been and every melody that ever can be. And so he said F yeah, but he didn't say F yeah. So within a few hours, he had a prototype where he cranked out 3,000 melodies. To date, we've now cranked out 471 billion melodies with a B, mathematically exhausting every melody that's ever been and ever can be. We've written all of those to disk. Once they're written to disk, they're copyrighted automatically. So we've copyrighted 471 billion melodies. And
so that right there. Yeah, there is an echo coming from somewhere, right? I thought, okay, so I'm not tripping. Right, so right here at this point, he kind of said that he mathematically came up with 471 billion melodies, put them on disk, which essentially copyrighted them. And that right there is when a lot of people stopped listening. They stopped listening because he said he copywritten them, which means, hey, now I can sue shit. But then he continues.
And then we placed everything in the public domain to be able.
Next sentence was, we placed everything in the public domain
To protect You Stole My Melody lawsuit defendants. And so the idea is that before my talk in 2019, every defendant in one of those lawsuits has lost. After my talk, which has been seen 2 million times, every defendant has used largely my arguments and has won. And over a beer, I said, Noah, how...
So what he's saying is he created melodies. He created all of the melodies that can ever be created mathematically. And then he copywritten them and then put them in the public domain so that now they're available for public use. So now that if anybody comes from in the past that says, hey, you used a melody from one of my songs, I'm going to sue you, which happened with some Marvin Gaye things and call like that. And they won. But they say now his claim is now since 2019, since they actually did this and put this in the public domain, and people used his argument of, hey, we've created this, every melody that can be created is already created and has been put in the public domain for use for anybody, which therefore makes it to where, hey, you can't have a copyright argument if that's the case now. But a lot of people heard that he copywritten it, and immediately they went to the comments like, oh, this is what's bad with the music industry. This guy just created all of this, copyrighted it, so he can do. A lot of people tuned out right there. Right when they heard something they disagreed with, they tuned out and no longer paid attention to anything else that was being said just so they can have an argument. I think that happens a whole lot nowadays. Where people read the headline don't know what the details of the story is, but already make their opinion and already start posting comments on why this is bad before even understanding what's going on and shit. And that seems to be pretty common these days. And I just thought that was a good example because this guy, the next sentence was exactly why he copywritten them and why that copyright wouldn't be able to be used to be sued or like he owns it and take money for it. What's your thoughts on people not reading everything or not hearing everything?
I feel a lot of times, a lot of people speak and a lot of people don't listen. And then they just kind of reiterate on what they think they heard. And angry tangents and shit like that. And then that's not even be the case. And then I think some people go so hard that once they realize that they truly were wrong and, you know, they still go hard because they have no choice but to keep with the bullshit.
Stand on their bullshit, right?
Yeah. It's like, it's crazy. Trish is still here?
I think you muted, Trish.
Oh, my bad. I said I feel like we're so overburdened with content and media shoved down our throats all the time that we've trained our brains to only pick out the pieces of information that is important to us and then respond back to that and not really listen to anything else that we don't find important because there's so much to like take in. Like if we really took in everything that we saw or heard, that would be too much. It'd be sensory overload.
You make a good point there. And let me jump to the comments real quick because Skit said, "Yo, that's called robbing real engineers and producers." And then she followed up with, "Laughing my ass off." Is that an example of me not paying attention? Now, I'll say no because I paused it. I was pausing it and then talking and shit and not letting the full context be heard before. But this was people that actually saw this whole video. And they just immediately jumped to the comments and stopped even paying attention at that specific point.
I have a question. I have something to add though. I do think I have a problem with what he did because even though he put it in the public domain so that everyone can use it, now it makes it harder for people who are creating original melodies and stuff to actually get money off of it or to stop other people from taking money from it. If you put it in the public domain, right, wouldn't that make it harder for someone who made something original, like truly, like they sat there and took time to do it? Wouldn't it make it harder for them to make sure that they're the only ones like reaping the benefits of their hard work?
No, because it's just the melodies. It's not the whole song. So like artists like Pharrell and Robin Thicke was sued by the Marvin Gaye estate because a melody was similar to a song that Marvin Gaye had produced back in the days. You know, now it was a very simple chord. It wasn't a complex chord. It was a common chord played in a particular progression. So if you play specific chords in a particular progression, and somebody else already played that progression, somebody will say, "Hey, you copywritten. You violated my copyright." So what he's doing, I guess he came up with all of these chords and all of these different possible progressions, put it into the open domain. So now people can make these progressions, now throw their beats on it, now throw their drums on it, do their vocals, and nobody can now come and say, "Hey, that's my progression that you stole."
Oh, okay. I'm glad I asked because I did not completely understand. And I was like, as I was hearing the whole thing, I was like, but isn't this going to be a problem for people who want to like actually copyright their stuff down the line?
Right.
That's how
it's going to help people to not get those or be able to beat those cases, you know, because now he's making
I understand.
And I believe once you put something in the open domain, you can't then retract it and say, "You know what, I think I do want to make some money off of this." You know, because whatever you put in the open domain is going to be available to the open domain even when you retract it or say, okay, I don't want it in the open domain no more, because it's going to be in the open domain up to what version you have in the open domain. If you then retract it, you got to put out a new version, and now that would be now copywritten and not open domain, public and shit like that.
I learned something new today.
Well, that's what's up. That's the whole like mission statement for my show. You know, I use my ignorance to gain some type of enlightenment. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole mission statement here. Try to learn some shit. That's why I just keep looking at this fucking all the crazy news and bullshit going on in the world. You know, just so I can gain some enlightenment somewhere, somehow. You know, I think you should learn something new every day. You should try.
Facts.
Let's go ahead and move on.
It goes back to what I said earlier. Try to be better than I was the day before.
Yeah. All right. So I saw a video today. I'm going to pull this video up so y'all can actually see this one as well and listen to this one as well. And this was a video of Glorilla. Y'all know who Glorilla is, right? Yeah. You know, so she put out a video. And I'm gonna play it real quick. I'm gonna play it for y'all real quick. This is what she had to say. Let me know if y'all agree or disagree. Or
hey, ladies, how on you? When I'm gonna call my twin, and I just want to let y'all know: be toxic for the rest of your 20s. You only get one life. Live your toxic 20s. You never get to be 20 years old, 21, 22, 23, 24, none of that ever again in your life. Be toxic, because don't get in your 30s thinking you could just go slashing tires and doing all this crazy shit. You too old for that now. You too mature. Be toxic for the rest of your 20s. And if you delusional, turn this shit up a notch. Enjoy the rest of your 20s. You only get to do this shit one time.
What's y'all thoughts on this one here now? What's y'all thoughts?
You know, the moral.
What's that?
The moral standings of what's going on out here.
Did you do this in your 20s, Bees? Did you not have like a toxic era in your 20s?
You know something? Good Jesus.
Exactly. I think this is...
Okay, now here's my question. Now here's my question. If somebody told you to be toxic, and you should be toxic, would you say, you know what, I think I'm gonna do that? And I say this because back in the 90s, early 2000s, when niggas was young and in their 20s, there was no social media. There was nobody saying like, yo, this is what y'all is toxic. I think back then we didn't even realize niggas was doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
Niggas thought it was just them.
Mm-hmm. Word.
Bronx Polo did agree with her though. He said 100% he did.
I just feel like being toxic in your 20s is just a necessary part of growing up.
My 20s was wild.
Now I'll say this. Being toxic in your 20s is immaturity. You know, being toxic in your 20s is immaturity. And I think once you recognize that, you should be able to correct that. Now, getting advice saying, hey, you should purposely be toxic, I think that's some of the worst advice ever. I think that's some of the worst advice ever. You should not be purposely toxic. I can understand you being toxic because you're immature, you didn't learn things, but after you learn something, you shouldn't do it again. After you learn, hey, this is some toxic shit I've done or I'm doing, you should say, hey, I should stop doing this. You shouldn't say, hey, you know what? I'm going to continue this till my 30th birthday. I think that's terrible advice. And if that's the advice y'all are getting, in y'all 20s from other 20-year-olds, my advice to y'all is don't listen to other 20-year-olds. That's my advice. Okay, I tell you what. I was married at 23. Right? When I was getting married, I was telling my niggas, I was like, yo, I'm going to be getting married middle of this year at some point. Everybody told me not to get married. What are you doing? Everybody.
Are you sure that's what you want to do, fam?
Exactly. And guess what? I said, you know what? I'm doing what I want to do. Fuck y'all thinking. This is me, nigga. I did what was best for me. And I don't regret it. I think it was best for me.
Facts.
Even as an adult now. You know, mad years later.
That's so interesting.
Shorty Skits over here says, I feel you should never intentionally be toxic.
I agree with that. Don't do it.
But sometimes toxic shit just come out you.
You know?
Yeah. I've definitely done some toxic things before, and I was like, dang, I really did that?
Bronx Polo said, yo, I had a billboard on my face on 34th Street in a commercial on TV. I became the most toxic person in the world. Sean Simpson says, yo, I'm just about to tell all my little homies to never wear a condom and never pull out.
What? Absolutely not. That is not the toxic advice.
Terrible advice. Terrible advice. Don't take that
advice.
Even
that's a public safety issue.
Oh man.
You know what's crazy? A lot of young men do not understand sexual health and safety. Like, I was talking to this guy. We're both in college, but like, he was younger than me, and like, we weren't talking like that. We're just like, we're cool, we're friends. But he did not know that you could get an STD from oral sex. I was like, how do you?
Yeah.
Have you not heard of herpes?
Yo, listen, you never heard of gonorrhea of the throat?
Right? Or that you can get that stuff in your eyes too. If you are a young woman, okay, don't be doing that facial stuff for anybody. All right? You do that for somebody that you know is tested and clean, because if it gets in your eye, you can get that shit in your eye.
Mm-hmm. And I'm tested and
get you
clean.
some good cumbrellas.
I'm tested and clean. Actually, I got tested a few weeks back. Actually, You know what? Shout out to Smoking Words. What the hell's my ear horn? What the fuck happened to my ear horn? Did y'all not hear my ear horn? Let me see. Yeah, I don't hear my ear horn neither. Motherfucker. Shucky ducky quack quack, nigga.
Yeah, don't be getting facials and stop going raw and strangers just because they look.
Shout out to Smoking Words. Shout out to Smoking Words. I actually got tested a few weeks ago, you know, because Smoking Words be having health services come out there with like the whole portable screening centers and shit like that, where you get your results in like 15 minutes type of shit. I actually went out there and said, you know, I got tested and shit, and they gave me a card and shit. I actually posted that shit on my story too. Like, look at this clean dick, baby. You know, you know. But nah, I you know what I'm saying. You definitely should get tested and shit like that. But I did see something the other day. I'm not sure. I didn't look. I saw it on my story, so I can't say whether it's true or whether it's false. But it said that there's a condom in development or trying to get approval. If it's not true, I wish it was true. But there's a condom that changes colors based on if it detects any type of STDs. And it changes color. It changes color based on what the color, what the STD is. So for like this specific thing, it turns blue. For herpes, it turns purple. For this, it turns that. And for that, it turns this. And me, I said, so if that shit don't turn colors, that means it's cool to pull that motherfucker off and go raw dog, baby. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I thought right there. I'm saying though, that shit ain't turn colors. It ain't turn colors, right? You
Yeah, yeah.
know what I'm saying? I'm
I
just
feel
saying.
like cause a lot of domestic disturbances.
Yeah. Because I will say there definitely will be some false positives in that shit. You know,
Yeah.
there will be some false positives. You know.
And then there's gonna be people just fighting just cause, be like, bitch, what you mean? It's like it's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Oh, they about to deal. Domestic violence is about to go to an all-time high if they get that. You hear me? Domestic violence is gonna go to an all-time high.
Uh,
And also, niggas still ain't gonna use it. That's the funny part. They still not gonna use it.
Yo, nah, you know what's gonna happen? It's gonna be like that one that you heard about, like you want to do because sometimes niggas be wanting to hit shit because they heard about shit.
Heard
What I'm
about
saying? Yeah, like sometimes, depending on what what goes on. Like, yo, she could suck a golf ball through a garden hose, and nigga like, word? Oh, I need to see what that's about. I need to see, how that goes down. I'm telling you, or yo, fam, she did it. Word? Oh, niggas be in their mind, they nasty. They hear certain shit, and nigga mind is like, oh, I'm gonna try that shit. I haven't.
That reminds me of another question I want to bring to y'all.
What's that?
If you had to be in the train, would you ever be in the back of the train?
Wait. What train are we talking about?
Yeah,
Are we talking about? No,
she's talking about the trolley.
Because in my head, I said, you know what? Yeah, when I was young, I was always on the back of the train. But I'm like, wait, I'm talking about the actual subway. You know? Now I'm not sure if she's talking about the actual. You talking about like a train of niggas?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's why I've never been a part of a train, because if I'm not the first, I ain't going.
So you wouldn't even be in the middle?
No.
Nah.
No.
Yo, listen. Especially, I'm gonna tell you like this. More than likely, because niggas is wild. Now that shit is going down. See, I'm not gonna be the second shooter neither.
I'll also say this. And Skit said, yo, every first Thursday we got the bus with free testing at Smoking Words, by the way. But I'm going to say this. I grew up in an era where there was a movie called Kids. You ever seen that movie?
Yeah, I heard of it. Rosario Dawson.
Yeah, I saw that movie as a kid, right? And by the end of the movie, one nigga done gave AIDS to about half his crew. Right? In that movie. That's what happened in that movie. By the end of the movie, you're like, yo, he done fucked that bitch. And then his niggas from his crew done fucked that bitch. And they probably had they girls. They was fucking that bitch. And I knew the amount of women some of my friends was fucking. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be in the train. I was like, I don't know, I know who I'm fucking. I don't know who everybody else fucking. I know some of these niggas be fucking.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Some men of the girls, they just be like, I want.
Yeah, listen, some niggas is hitting 1, 2 a day.
Right.
Every day.
Right. Some niggas had a reputation of bringing chicks through the hood. That was chicks niggas was running trains on.
What?
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
And y'all was doing that, bro?
I never
I don't know
partook.
niggas. I never participated in that shit. But we just know of shit.
Right.
Oh wow.
I remember, and this shit started young too, nigga. This shit started young. I remember being in junior high school. I remember niggas being in junior high school. And And this is also what made me say, I'm not really bringing chicks I fuck with around niggas. Because niggas is crazy. You know?
Yeah,
Because
niggas,
one of my homeboys started talking to this one chick. Right? He was talking to this one chick.
okay.
And then I just remember like a Sunday, niggas just got mad jokes about this chick all of a sudden. And turns out niggas ran a train on one of my homeboys' chicks. All right? Now he had just started talking to the chick, and mad niggas were trying to talk to the chick. But niggas done ran a train on her. She let niggas run a train. I'm like, God damn, shit is foul. But
No,
trains.
it was the wrong celebration. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
A lot of liquor involved. It was a wrong celebration. Gotta leave it at that.
I'm nervous to talk bad about her because only one person should even feel bold enough to say anything. Anybody that came after the first person, if I was her, oh yeah, I'm gonna be like, I bet you like the way it felt when your homeboy semen was inside, huh? When you put your dick in and it rubbed up and it was all looped up. And
I think
that's why there's no running. There's no running up the trolleys. There's no running up the trolleys.
What about me? You was over here waiting in line.
I'm not fucking around with just Splash Waterfalls.
Huh?
I'm not fucking around with Splash Waterfalls.
Right.
That's just crazy.
Right. I've never read. I've never read.
I don't even know how niggas do it in movies.
What's that?
I said I don't even know how niggas actually do it in movies, but I'm sure it's probably different sequence scenes. Like, okay, boom, I dish out now. Okay, go ahead, your turn. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, some people like that stuff for real. Like I saw this video about a girl who says she was in some fivesome, and it was like her and her friend and 3 dudes, and like at one point the three guys were like coming on her face, and then she was like, yeah, and I like the way it felt when they were all inside of me. One was in my butt, one was in my pussy, one was in my mouth. It was great.
White or black?
Huh?
White or black?
She was just, I don't know. She just put this on social media. I don't know why she bought.
No, but was she white or was she black?
Oh, was she white? Yeah.
I kind of figured that.
I tell you what, you gotta be a freak ass nigga to be in one hole while the other niggas in the other hole, and the other hole ain't the mouth.
Yo, listen. See, this like my thing. Like, I feel like this.
I feel like y'all nuts is hitting each other.
Yo, listen, that's what I'm trying to say. I got some danglers, so I couldn't see that. Like, nah, that's just crazy. Yo.
Yeah, I feel like y'all nuts is scraping each other, B. I don't know about that.
Yo, fam, the shit that's crazy to me is like, I've always been like, damn, what if I had a nigga geech? You know what I'm saying? Like,
now you turning that nigga on with your balls. Pause.
For me personally,
yeah, that shit is crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't do it, family. I couldn't do it, man.
Oh shit.
Whatever one for one.
Oh man. What was that? What was that, Trish?
That's terrifying. Multiple dicks inside of you sounds scary.
Yo, you know, it sounds even crazier with the way you say it right there. Multiple. Like it's a multiverse or something.
Oh shit.
That's crazy.
Oh man. But I totally disagree with Glorilla. You should not intentionally be toxic, like Skid said in the chat. You should try to be the best you can be. You know? You definitely should be the best you that you can be and not be toxic in your 20s.
Yeah, like you can still live a good life. You don't have to be toxic. Like,
right?
What if toxic is just not in your nature?
And then she said, if you delusional, be more delusional.
Nah,
Cause
fuck
yo,
that.
I tell you what, bitches
I'm
do
tired of
be
delusional
delusional.
niggas.
I've run into some toxic chicks because they was delusional.
Wow.
It's like, did you really crash your car into my shit because you made some shit up in your mind that is not actually real?
Can you not call me out?
Oh, you done that before?
I haven't crashed a car. I have not crashed a car. But have I done delusional things? Yes, I have.
I was about to say, is that a Florida thing?
Sometimes you be
Nah, tell it. You be so what?
you be caught up in the narrative he created in your head before you even got to know the guy. So when he's not living up to that narrative, now you get mad because he can't live up to the fantasy version of him that you had.
And then what? You think he's dealing with like another chick or something?
Nah, I mean I don't.
Because you know that's the delusional thing too.
I don't. It's not even that. It's just like reading too hard and the things that they say and do. Like he could have said something simple. Like I like for instance, great example. I was just thinking of this. I was so delusional. I had an ex-boyfriend. He gave me a bag of clothes that his mom was throwing out, and he just thought I might like them. Now that is just a normal thing. That's just a half-ass afterthought. Hey, you want these, right? But in that meant so much to me. I was like, wow, his mom must want me to have these clothes, and he just doesn't know how to say that. Like that is the form of.
Shit. It's funny how we just started bust out laughing at the same goddamn time.
Oh, his mom just wants me to have it.
And he doesn't know how to say it. Oh shit. Yeah. That's like coming up with things in your own mind and then getting mad about it type shit, you know?
Oh shit. Oh man.
Oh man. Oh man.
I don't have his clothes anymore.
A chick had my location one time, right? She had it for a couple of days, right?
She showed up.
I went to the store. I went to the trash can. And I think I went to the store again. And with those,
one time too many.
Within those three things, there was an allegation for each and every trip I made.
Can I hear something? Tell me the best one.
The best one was when I went to take out the trash, I stopped at some bitch's house in the apartment complex on my way back. Based on my location.
Based on your location?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love them like you do.
The other one was I went to Walmart so I could stop by my ex-wife's job, which is near that Walmart.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. You supposed to go? You going to get some death action? Like what's going on?
I don't know what I was doing. I went to get some fucking sticks to make shish kebabs. I went to get some sticks to make shish kebabs.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Oh man. So I was actually talking to Mimi the other day too. You know, I told her about some shit. And she was just like, yo, I guess, some people just aren't mature enough to understand your relationships with people from your past. And it was like, motherfuckers don't understand how you can actually stop dealing with somebody and y'all still be cool. And y'all don't actually deal with each other in that type of way.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, a lot of people aren't that mature to understand that.
Yo, listen, especially, understand, I got some kids with somebody, I have to deal with them.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you call it. Like, I don't have to be on that level with them relationship wise, but at the same time, I do have to deal with them because we have a common entity. It is what it is.
I'm still really good friends with the very first girlfriend I've ever had. You know? And I was from like fucking 6th grade. We still mad cool. Shit crazy. That just I don't know. Maybe I'm just I don't think I'm too different to be that different.
Is somebody around some wind or something?
Now I think Trish speaker is kind of picking up the her mic is picking up the or trying not to pick up the speaker. That's my thought.
Gotcha.
I put myself on mute when I'm not talking. My bad.
Now, whatever you did just now, it just cleared up.
Nah, that's because we wasn't talking and shit like that.
Oh,
but
copy.
I don't think we really got too much else to go. You know, that was yeah, you shouldn't be toxic and shit like that. I think that's everything. We'll be back on Friday though. You gonna be joining us on Friday, Trish?
Maybe my cousin is coming. I found out half my family's coming in town to see my apartment.
Just to see your apartment?
Yes, these niggas ain't never seen no other apartment I've ever been in. But they want to come to the apartment, and I know what they're gonna say. They're gonna talk shit about my apartment complex. They will say I live in the hood. It's not even that bad. They just only have domestic disturbances. It's not that bad.
Yeah, I don't think you live in the hood.
Are you originally from Florida?
Yeah, but I'm from Jacksonville.
Okay.
And Jacksonville is hood.
Yeah, that's hood.
So their problem is the fact that there's a strip club across the street and a nightclub. And then when I
house?
From where she lives.
Okay.
Huh?
Nah, he was
said
like,
what?
he was asking where the strip club that like from where where she currently like her apartment complex is on the street that has strip clubs and shit.
Okay.
And when I first moved in here, there were a lot of domestic incidents.
Because half the strippers probably live in your complex.
And people was getting when I first moved in here, I remember there's my roommate at the time, she was telling me about how I wasn't at home that day, but across the building across from us, there was this guy, he was staying in the apartment with his single mom and her 14-year-old son. And I guess he was trying to boss up on the son, be like, be authority figure, and the son was not having it. And the dad and the boyfriend was like, "You gonna take this trash out?" And then the son, I guess, was like, "No, you're not. You're not gonna make me." And they got to scuffling because I guess the boyfriend, tried to threaten the son. The son beat his ass.
See, and this what goes to show, like, yo, you just because you older don't mean you rich. Maybe the older nigga probably didn't know how to fight. The young nigga did. Yeah. And he got that energy.
Yeah. I tell you what, the older nigga might have been a lame nigga that never went outside.
Yeah.
Maybe. And now he mad because and what it seemed like to us, he didn't have a job. The mom did.
He was a hobosexual. We spoke about that last week?
But yeah, if I would, one of my other cousins might pop in.
Yeah, well, I hope you enjoy your family's visit. So they driving down here from Jacksonville?
Yeah.
I understand how that be though, because when I first got my spot, my mom definitely came down and checked my shit out. You know? She was like, "Oh, this isn't too bad." She was like, "Oh, this isn't too." Well, I tell you what, I never lived in the hood since I left New York. I've never lived in the hood. Like I've never lived in hood areas. The first place I lived in was like this 3-bedroom townhouse and shit, and I was in Concord, North Carolina. That 3-bedroom townhouse only cost me about $900 a month, and I had 2 roommates, both of them women. I had 2 women roommates. One of them became my wife, and the other one was actually her best friend in college and shit like that. And people used to always ask me, "Yo, y'all be having threesomes? Y'all be having threesomes?" I'm like, nah. Niggas always assume that because I lived with two women, we was all gonna be fucking and shit. It didn't happen like that.
Okay, Jack Triple.
You know, but no, that was my first crib. My mom came down. She spent Christmas with us and shit like that. And I've always like just kept myself out the hood. I've just been able. I like shit. If I ain't in New York, ain't no need for me to be in the hood because the shit out here, no matter where I live, is gonna cost about the same as fucking New York. Until now. Now I'm like, you know what? My kids is graduated. They out of school. I could move to the hood now. You know, I didn't want to live in the hood because I didn't want that hood influence on my children. But now as an adult, I'm like, shit, I might move to the hood. Save me a couple dollars. You know, I'm definitely going to have a place with a fucking garage, though. You know, because I ain't going to be out there letting them hood-ass niggas try and look at my car and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have my shit in the garage and definitely have cameras on my shit. But I would move to the hood now for like a year. Maybe just like a year. Just save a little extra money and then move somewhere that's like nowhere near the hood. And when I say move to the hood, I mean move to like a nice neighborhood that's on the wrong side of town. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's not really the hood, it's just not on the most ideal side of town. So I gotta drive.
Gentrified over here.
I gotta drive through the hood to get to the nice the nice neighborhood is surrounded by all the hoods. You know, my little shit is nice, but everything around me is fucked up. That type of shit.
Okay.
And nobody comes to that spot because they know the police always patrol that area because that's the only nice area out there. That type of hood.
Yeah.
And I say that because I could live everywhere. You know why? Because I'm from the Bronx. I'm from New York, nigga. I used to run my hood. I didn't run my hood, but I wasn't no bitch nigga in my hood. I tell you that. Nobody fucked with Khary in my hood.
You know what? I ran the playground. Okay.
Not the sandbox.
Sandbox, Susie. You got to put your ass in swings.
Oh.
You know what?
Okay.
I ran the schoolyard. When we played football.
Yeah, you know.
I had a cast on, making catches. One-handed.
Man. Corey Beckham.
That shit was fun though. I don't know how the fuck I was playing football with one arm. Playing a receiver position.
Yeah, I feel like you was in that cast for like a year.
It felt like mad long. It was like maybe like 6 months. I had broke my wrist playing football and continued to play football. You know, but I had broke it playing tackle football, like with equipment and all that shit during a scrimmage game. Trying not to hurt somebody else. I hurt myself. And that right there taught me, be nice, but but so nice. You know? And that went for everything. Like, I'm nice, but I'm only but so nice. You know what I'm saying? And it's because I was nice, try not to hurt somebody smaller than me, and I paid the price by breaking my motherfucking wrist. I wasn't jerking off that time, so I really didn't care which wrist it was, but... Oh, man. Oh, shit. But nah, that's all we got for the night, y'all. That's all we got for the night, man. We're going to get up out of here. We're going to be back on Friday. Tris might pop in on Friday or maybe not. And I actually did want to talk to you, Tris, about if you wanted to actually be like a permanent host on the show and shit like that. Yeah, you know, I'll talk with you about that. See what you want to do and shit like that. But, yo, this was dope. We will be back on Friday because today is Tuesday, you know. And that's what we got for tonight, y'all. That's what we got for tonight. Now, I want to thank y'all for checking in. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe. Hit that share. if you're on YouTube, there's like a clip button or some shit. Make clips and share that shit. You know what I mean? Do your thing. You know, make yourself a Khary's Crib clip channel and shit like that. I'm talking shit right now. I got this little piece of sandwich. I'm gonna make me something else to eat because a nigga is hungry. That's what we got for tonight, baby. You know what I'm saying? So, may the rest of your week be great. Do your best to stay sucker free. And keep a smile on your face, baby. We out.
Thanks for watching the Dopest live stream. Khary's Crib. Thanks for watching the Dopest live stream. Khary's Crib.